Hi there. Welcome to 60s and Restless. And I think this COVID 19, at least the media narrative of it, is making us very restless, especially if you're older and in the vulnerable group of being over 60. The figures clearly show that there's more of a risk if you're older than the young, and at this point, statistics say 99.9% just get over it in a week or two. I personally have known 4 people who have had the coronavirus. I'd say 3 were done with it in a week and a half to 2 weeks. The other has a family history of autoimmune issues, so it's taking a little bit longer. There's just some repercussions of not feeling 100%. But I just want to address the thought that perhaps we, as 60s and over, are being kind of used, and I don't want to be used to form a media narrative. I don't want schools to stay closed because I'm a grandma. I don't want to see people lose their income because people that are older are more susceptible to being significantly somewhat affected by the coronavirus. So I think we just, as older people, need to be brave and need to determine for ourselves to look into all the particulars about this COVID 19. We know it's shifted time and time again since the beginning. I mean, I was wiping down everything, I was keeping everything super clean, and over time you start to think, I don't want to be somebody who doesn't ever get anything, then my immune system's going to get shot. And, there's just been a lot of things they said in the beginning that changed later. First, it was surfaces, you can transfer it. Then it was, no, it can't be transferred by surfaces. Then it was it can't be transferred by droplets in the air. Then it is, and then back and forth, and they don't seem to know anything, or they're just trying to keep us in fear. And the last thing people need as they get older is to live a life of fear. This is when we're really looking at taking each day at a time and making the most of every day and living our most full time of life. And it's fantastic. And I just think that perhaps once we decide for ourselves what our reaction is going to be to this COVID situation, that we need to live, whatever that action is, bravely. Even if you decide, I need the mask, I need to stay inside, I need to not be around family. Do it with a positive attitude and in your own way, be brave. You got to wonder, though, when they say as you get older, the sense of touch, the sense of community, all of these things are so important to your well being as you age. And it's kind of like for the older people, they're just kind of, the media slowly and the experts are stripping those that are older of their desired lifestyle and what's good for them. So I think it's just about concentrating on what is healthy for me. And health equals happiness is intertwined with health. So you can't leave happiness out of what you determine makes you healthy. So when you sit down and you look at all the facts, I mean, they're going to start pushing flu vaccines pretty soon. And one of the statistics I've read is you have a 36% increase of significant complications from coronavirus if you've had the flu shot. So we just need to be smart. We need to use our instincts. If we're hearing stuff that it's just terrible and it's people are dropping dead, and yet we don't see that, and we don't have an overrun hospital, and we have, they want you to wear the masks, and you start thinking, masks make me feel unhealthy. Why am I breathing back in my expelled carbon dioxide? This doesn't sound like a good idea for me personally. Or maybe somebody else, it's like, no, this is the right thing for me. I think we just need to throw off the media narrative. Nobody knows our bodies better than we do, and what's good for us and what we want in our last 10, 20, 30 years, and how we want to live it and what makes us healthy and happy. So I just suggest, if you're getting any kind of shots, if they come up with a vaccine, boy, do your research, read what's in them. If you're scared of what's going on, try to find real statistics and not just the accumulated cases over time that 99.9% just get well shortly. And you just and look at the statistics for your group, and if you have various illnesses, and what you want to do, but use your own instincts. Don't let media hold older people up as the reason nobody can teach a class, or nobody can go back to work, or you can't go to a restaurant. What happened to our lives? What happened to our lifestyles? So I just think we need to be brave in our own unique personal way. We need to show younger people we're not afraid. We're going to take our precautions, but look, the road goes one way. And we're not afraid, and we want our children and our grandchildren to have their incomes, their lifestyles, their joys and happinesses. And I'm just kind of tired of that idea that because older people, there's older people at home, older people. Yes, we are. We're here. We don't want other people to stop their lives on account of us. So I just think we just need to brave up, man, and do what is healthy for you, for each of us. We need to evaluate that, research it. Don't believe everything we hear, and figure it out for ourselves. And most of all, we know our bodies, we know our instincts. We need to do daily at this point what makes us healthy and happy. But anyway, there's my 2 cents for the day. Don't let the media narrative use you just because you're older.